Yes.
Oke, um, so kenalin aku one of the manager branding in Student Nexios Jakarta, batch 13. Kali ini aku bakal interview kamu dan tujuan interview ini mau lihat seberapa siap sih kamu untuk masuk ke dalam Student Nexios Jakarta ini. Oke,
Okay.
mungkin you can please introduce yourself first, oke? Kai?
Okay. Okay, let me introduce myself. Halo Kak Fajar, kenalin. My name is Kay Delia. You can call me Kay or Lea. Well, you can call me Kay sih, karena tadi udah diinin. I'm a second year student at IPB University. I study in actuarial science, so I'm currently di semester 4. I have a big passion in marketing, so that's why I tried my best to apply for this position at External Affairs Division. Yeah, maybe that's all I gotta say.
Oke. Em, Sekarang aku mau tanya apa aja sih kesibukan kamu yang sedang kamu jalani dan kira-kira gimana cara kamu memanage waktu dan energi kamu selama kamu menjalani kesibukan tersebut?
Sibukan aku untuk saat ini dan mungkin setahun ke depan, I'm joining a student organization of my study, which is Actuarial Science. Aku join di HIMA, di ASA, Actuarial Science Student Association. Di situ aku bakal ngemegang di posisi Business and Finance Development. Lebih tepatnya aku dapet task di bagian Business Development-nya itu. Sejauh ini untuk organization paling hanya itu sih. Dan untuk kesibukan lain, aku ada sebenarnya ya kesibukan senang-senang aja. Aku suka bercommunity and Comic Con atau ya itulah event wibu-wibuan. Jadi aku mungkin beberapa saat ke depan bakal ada kerjaan untuk merchandising bersama adik aku gitu. Paling itu untuk kesibukannya. Dan untuk how I manage myself dan energi aku sebisa mungkin aku tuh joining sesuatu tuh di tempat dimana aku tahu capabilities aku gitu di situ. Jadi emang sejak awal aku tuh ya udah tahu energi yang aku maximize di tempat itu tuh segimana. Jadi ya aku udah apa ya posisiin bagaimana aku nge-position myself at that place gitu. Dan aku berusaha sebisa mungkin membuat diri aku nyaman di tempat tersebut karena gimana pun juga ya gimana aku bisa kerja dengan baik kalau aku tidak berusaha untuk apa ya striving di tempat itu gitu. Itu sih Bang.
Oke. Next question. I want I want you to share your SWOT analysis, please.
SWOT analysis about myself. Perhaps.
Yeah, of course, about yourself.
Okay, about my strength, I guess my strength is I am very committed and I'm very willing to grow. So that's why if you can see at my previous experience, I don't really have much experience karena aku tuh pengen memulai sesuatu tuh dengan benar dan menyelesaikannya juga dengan maksimal gitu. So that's why I can say I'm very willing, I'm very committed. I also have a high self-respect for myself karena kalau misalnya I'm slacking off in that place, in that position, ya aku juga bakal malu gitu menghadapi staff-staff aku dan orang-orang lain gitu. Itu yang pertama. Lalu strength aku tuh aku adalah orang yang harmonis dan dinamis. Tapi di satu sisi keharmonisan dan kedinamisan aku ini mungkin bisa jadi salah satu weakness aku gitu di mana kalau misalnya aku making some decision itu tuh aku bakal apa ya bakal lama gitu soalnya aku bakal mempertimbangkan banyak faktor aku bakal mempertimbangkan misalnya staff-staff aku atasan aku ataupun external parties gitu mana yang menurut mereka nyaman gitu. Pokoknya aku berusaha mengambil keputusan yang nyaman bagi semua pihak gitu. Itulah yang menjadi weakness dan threat bagi aku karena threatnya tuh jadinya mungkin aku dianggapnya kayak susah gitu tuh mengambil keputusan dengan cepat gitu. Tapi terus ada opportunitiesnya mungkin jadinya aku lebih suka buat bekerja di bidang komunitas gitu. Dimana aku tuh bisa melihat di berbagai perspektif di lingkungan dimana banyak bertemu orang lain gitu-gitu. Jadi aku itu sih aku lumayan adaptif dan analitis karena aku ya suka melihat berbagai perspektif dari suatu hal. I guess that's it.
Oke, so gimana kamu mengatasi weakness dan threat kamu?
Untuk mengatasi itu, kan aku sedikit susah untuk mengambil keputusan dengan cepat itu ya. Jadi I'm trying my best to apa ya, untuk memiliki seenggaknya satu value yang aku ya berdiri dengan tegak gitu. Jadi seenggaknya aku jangan terlalu terbawa arus gitu. Ketika aku dibutuhkan untuk mengambil keputusan dengan cepat ya I'm going to try apa ya membicarakannya dengan orang yang paling terpercaya misalnya atasan aku dan aku akan membuat keputusan yang terbaik.
Oke, thank you, Kai. Jump to next question. What do you think is more important, to work fast or take a little bit longer, but the great quality, great result you think?
I think we already know from my SWLT. I for me it is better to take the apa ya the long road and making sure there is no mistakes to apa ya to maintaining the good qualities of the content or anything to making a better decision gitu.
Okay, so next question. You were given a text with a very little information or instruction. How would you complete it? It's very little information or instruction. How you have to complete it text. How would you do?
Of course, I will try my best to asking for help at some people. Kalau misalkan mungkin tidak berkenan untuk asking the question untuk yang bersangkutan, mungkin aku akan asking help from my misalnya ketua or my rekan-rekan aku gitu. Dan kalau misalnya tidak ada titik terang dan masih tak apa ya masih kurang jelas gitu, I will try to make some untuk asking the question first gitu. Karena gimana pun juga yang paling penting itu untuk menghindari adanya miskomunikasi di sebuah partnership or anything.
Okay. Um, uh, Jump to the next question. If you are given a responsibility that's not really your job or expertise, how do you respond to it?
How would I respond? Hmm, if kalau misalnya aku bisa melakukan task itu, ya I will do it gitu. Tapi kalau misalnya di akunya udah merasa keberatan kayak ini benar-benar di luar job aku dan I will try to ask it first kayak hmm, what's the reason behind gimana kenapa dikasih ini dulu gitu. Terus apakah emang motivasinya untuk biar aku bisa lebih belajar lebih banyak gitu dan lain-lainnya.
Okay.
Dan aku mungkin juga bakal nanyain ke rekan aku sih kayak ini kamu biasanya nyelesain task ini kan, jadi gimana nih, I need some help for this, bla 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 gitu.
Okay. Okay, that's very good, Kai. Okay, next polling question will be about Student Axios Jakarta.
Hmm.
So I want you to pay attention for this question. Uh, What do you know about Student XCO Jakarta?
What I know about Student Axios Jakarta is it is an external organization which held by a youth and a student around Jakarta, which is Jabodetabek. They are focusing on on being a community who nurture for future student CEOs, future businessmen, businesswoman, future economics. Pokoknya basically running in finance. That's all I know.
Oke. Eh, dan selanjutnya kira-kira apa sih yang bisa kamu kasih ke Student Next CEO Jakarta as a contribution or innovation that you can give us?
For contribution, since I actually are a bit foreign in the external affairs division at this field, but I have such willingness to do a marketing kayak in my previous experience I already have some experience in build a brand in nurturing a community which I say it can help on building or menjaga partnership dengan pihak eksternal gitu. That is what I can work on.
Okay, very good. Kai, I want you to rank your priorities based on these things, based on these four things: college, friendship as student ex-CEOs, and other organization or activities that you have. Rank them, okay?
I think the first one will be college since I am actually a student myself, so I should not apa ya membiarkan kewajiban aku gitu. Dan the second things, I guess it will be student XEOs karena I think if I have given a chance to strive in this, then the other activities or the friendship will come together. So I will put it on the second. Then maybe the third one is ini nggak bisa ya friendship and other di satu.
You can put it, okay? You can put it, okay?
Okay, then friendship and other activities.
Okay, so so this okay. Next question will be about your experience in external affairs.
Mhm.
Okay, those following question will be helped by Gina. Okay, hello Gina, are you there?
Halo, kedengeran nggak suara? Audible nggak?
Kedengeran tapi sedikit delay gitu.
Oh nggak. Tadi emang aku agak delay nyalain mic-nya. Oke. Oke, first of all, sumpah sorry banget tadi sempat keluar-keluaran.
Nggak apa Kak.
Um, I've got a really unstable signals here. But okay, let me continue your interview session. Yeah. For the next session, I will giving you questions about your knowledge about external affairs or your experience in public relations. First of all, what do you know about external affairs division? And have you ever in charge of this role before? Like, have you ever experienced working? Do you have any experiences working in external affairs or public relations? And if you have those experiences by any chance, Please elaborate your experiences and what did you get from your experiences?
For my previous experience that are related to external affair, I guess it is about CRM, about customer relationship management in my previous experience. In there, I got injured to it's on my grand design to to ensure di situ kan ada produk yang membutuhkan dimana aku tuh mengirim batch of email in that scenario I use some CRM tool yaitu HubSpot. Di situ aku mengirimkan kayak a card gitu for customer untuk mereka mengambil produknya gitu. Itu beberapa experience aku. Terus kalau untuk public relation mungkin I don't know if this is masuk atau enggak, tapi aku pernah beberapa kali menjadi LO beberapa pembicara gitu dan ya I think that it is untuk what I got from the experience. Of course I got many things kayak aku jadinya bisa tahu seluk beluk untuk the hard skill of managing the customer data gitu. Terus aku juga tahu beberapa cara untuk untuk talking with the speakers dan lain-lain. Mungkin itu.
Wait, I forget to unmute. Okay. Okay, thank you, Kev, for the answers. You mentioned before about your experiences in handling customers, right? Maybe for your information, as our external affair associate here in Student Associates Jakarta, you will be responsible in handling media partners and also community partners. Now that I've mentioned about media partners and community partners, tell me everything that you know about those two.
Community and media partner.
Yep, media partner and community partners.
Oh, community partners. What I know about community and media partner is they're the external parties which yang membantu kita yang memberikan hubungan sebuah partnership, mutualism about and they're also the one yang memiliki value yang sama dengan brand yang kita miliki. Jadi dengan di situ kita bisa mendapatkan benefit-benefit yang akan menguntungkan buat parties. Itu sih yang aku tahu.
Okay. Okay. Now, tell me everything that you know about the process of establishing a partnership. Like, how do you make a partnership between media partners and the community partners with Student Access Jakarta?
What a bit that I know, since I don't really have such experience beforehand, I go around by asking my friends that are also yang bekerja di bagian hal ini, and what I got from them is we should nurture the partnership by caranya ya mengirimkan dulu email-email like cold email dan kita harus memberikan maksud kita with clear and concise value gitu. Dan di situ kita juga harus ngejelasin gitu secara langsung why we want to untuk menjalin partnership gitu dan lain-lainnya. Setelah lebih lanjut dibalas dan lain-lainnya, di situ nanti kita bisa tektokan gitu with calls, with Zoom or meeting langsung, and from there akan ada sebuah MOU dan sebuah kontrak perjanjian about the partnership. That is all I know about the process.
Okay, it's okay. Okay. Next one. Besides media partners and community partners, we also responsible in handling key opinion leaders. Now, do you know about anything about key opinion leaders by any chance?
I know a bit about key opinion leaders. They're someone like orang-orang yang punya market dengan biasanya marketnya niche karena mereka kayak handling not a big market yang with a buzz dan lain-lainnya. Mereka di situ kayak membagikan opinion mereka dan memiliki market mereka, audience mereka tersendiri. Dan di situ tuh kita bisa kayak mengambil celah untuk memahami audiens mereka dan di situ kita bisa ngajak untuk bekerja sama gitu dengan mereka. That's I know orang yang punya such influence terhadap market dengan value yang brand kita miliki.
Okay, so it's all about the influencers here. Maybe we some of us call it influencers like that. Yeah. Okay. 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 For the next one, I know that you didn't have any experiences handling key opinion leaders or the part of the external yang seperti itu gitu. Now, if let's just imagine that you're already chosen as our external associates, as one of our external associates, and you're responsible in handling and searching for the key opinion leaders that we needed to promote our event. Now, how do you find the KOL that matches our needs, and what factors that you consider in the process?
What key opinion leaders did I choose? Of course, I will choose someone that had the same values. I will choose someone yang memang bergerak di bidang finance, since itulah yang community ini pengen dapatkan juga gitu kan. So I will strive to searching for someone like that. Dan untuk for the process, maybe I will bertanya juga ya, words to words juga, mencari siapa ini orang-orang yang cocok, dan mungkin aku juga akan mencari beberapa referensi in LinkedIn or maybe previous seminar handled dan lain-lainnya. Apakah mungkin mereka mau mengulang gitu menjadi key opinion leaders dan lain-lainnya. Jadi that's what I will do sih.
Okay. Okay. Now, beside the media partners, community partners, and key opinion leaders, as one of our external associates, we're also responsible in handling as the community manager by handling the community group that we have on the WhatsApp. Now, tell me, uh, what how do you maintain the member engagement in our WhatsApp community group to ensure that they will stay and don't choose to leave the group?
And apa Kak? Kak, sorry. How to maintain and ensure
Sorry,
that
sorry, kenapa?
the last words.
Okay, to ensure that the member engagement itu bakal tetap stay and uh, don't they didn't wanna they don't wanna leave the group.
About how to maintain a community, menurut aku yang paling penting itu bagaimana kita tetap bisa relevan bagi mereka gitu. Karena alasan mereka leaving juga mungkin karena ya udah gak relevan gitu. Dan how do I maintain it? I guess I will kayak misalnya menggunakan beberapa campaign gitu, misalnya kayak bisa kayak ngadain Q&A gitu secara bertahap, atau mungkin kayak we will be apa ya, doing some drip marketing about our program gitu dan lain-lain, karena kalau misalnya orang-orang gitu, the customer are already in the group, udah masuk kayak tadi grup WA gitu apalagi, itu artinya mereka emang udah tertarik kan dengan produk and the brand gitu. Jadi how to maintain it agar tetap relevan ya dengan kita apa ya, membagikan ya konten-konten yang relevan juga bagi mereka gitu. Itu sih. Ini kelempar lagi ya Kak. Halo Kak,
Iya, kayaknya Gina. Wait ya.
di repeat aja kah atau gimana?
Okay, wait.
Hello? Okay, I just got disconnected again. Yeah, good. Maybe on the next questions, yeah. But I already heard your answers. So, itu aman-aman. Okay, maybe on to the next questions. Um, okay. On a scale from 1 to 10, how responsive are you?
How responsive? I'm 9. Kecuali kalau memang ada yang mendesak dan aku nggak pegang HP saat itu.
Okay, okay. That's nice to know. Um, okay, so maybe for the second session of our interview about your experiences in external affairs, that's all for the questions for the second session. And for the next one, I'm going to have a study case session. I will be giving you questions. It's like we're playing a role play. Let's say that you're already chosen as our external affair associates. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, Now let's say that you're already a part of our external associates, and while working with an external party, a miscommunication happened. So the miscommunication is that they didn't fulfill their part of the agreement. How would you handle this situation with the external party and within the external affairs of Student Exchange Jakarta?
Okay. Okay. First of all, let me introduce myself again. My name is Kea, which is I am an external affairs associate at Student XCEOs. I'm here calling you to explain regarding some problem here. I guess we must have conducted some miscommunication in which we are already discussed before. It is about blah blah blah. Is there anything that I should know here? Maybe if you forgot it, or is there anything I can help about this situation? Thank you, maybe.
Okay, now let's just say that me as an external party didn't feel, let's say that my obligation as the external party, I'm obligated to post a post Student Access Jakarta event poster on our on my Instagram account, but I didn't fulfill my obligation. Now, what would you say to me as your external party?
Regarding the problem, it is about it seems like you forgot to post this poster about our programs, which is should be posted at blah blah blah. So, what happened, and should we discuss again about the posting time or the agreement, so we can be both comfortable about the agreement? Okay.
Okay. That's all for the first negotiation study case. And for the second negotiation, let's just say that we're currently handling the same situation as the previous study case that we've discussed. But the situation is the one who didn't fulfill the obligation is on Student XU's Jakarta side. Now, let's just say that you as an external associate supposed to upload the poster from my from my from my organization, but you didn't fulfill the obligation. Now, what would you say to me as an external party, as the uh, as external associate student next to Jakarta?
We are really sorry regarding the inconvenience. It might be some problem, and I will try to contact the responsible person as soon as possible. If there is anything that we are miss again, or if there is something that we need to work on again, should we discuss about the rescheduling of the post?
Okay. Thank you for the answer, Kaya. On to the third question, yeah, on this dedicated session. Um, okay, let's just say you're now having a meeting with one of your KOLs, and in the meeting, you're supposed to tell the key points of the content that should be uploaded by the KOL. Now, what would the key points? Apa yang harus kamu sampaikan? Key points apa yang harus kamu sampaikan ke KOL itu in that situation?
For the post of the content, we need to ensure that the posts are, we already prepared the post here, so you can post it and you can you can membumbui dengan how you talk, how you brand yourself, as long as it is not di luar konteks in which we agree. Also make sure
Okay.
to post it on time.
Okay. But let's just say that you're supposed to tell the key points briefly. Okay. First of all, do you know how to make content brief? Do you have any experiences in anything?
I have some experience, but it's mostly in written brief.
Yeah. Okay. Now, use the knowledge from from your previous experiences, but instead of writing it, you just tell the key points to me directly.
Okay. First, we need to ensure the content pillar of the content, and we need the content pillar to be educating. So we need you to do that. And also, can you put our logo in the end of the videos and mention our name and our impact, our value to impacting others? Is that enough?
Okay. Now, okay, maybe that's enough for the study case about KOLs. Okay, for the next study case question, I want you to give a presentation from the deck that I will giving you here in this interview. Now, wait. Okay, wait now. Okay. Did you already receive the link that I
Yes.
sent? Okay. Now you may open the link that I sent it to you earlier. Do you open it? Are you opening it?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, I
Now you
already
see
opened
that
it.
the deck is about the student next year's Jakarta, right? Now
Yes.
I want you to present it to me. Seolah-olah kamu lagi mau making a partnership with an external party called MKT Jaya.
Called what?
MKT Jaya.
MKT Jaya.
Their external party is called MKT Jaya. Now the form of the partnership is the media partners. The media partnership. Okay. Now I will be giving you 5 minutes to prepare to read all of the slides given in the deck, and you will be presenting it to me only in 10 minutes. Okay? So the preparation is 5 minutes and the pitching duration is 10 minutes.
Right.
Are my instructions clear?
It's clear.
Okay, you may start to prepare your presentation now.
prepared as already ended because it's already 5 minutes. Okay, so already we can start.
Oh,
Are presented now.
oke, berarti sambil share screen ya, Kak?
Yeah. So kamu udah bisa share screen ya? So, your 10 minutes presentation starts now.
Oke. Sama, perkenalkan, saya Kaidelia. Saya di sini akan mengajukan proposal untuk media partnership pada MKT Jaya. Saya dari Student Axios Jakarta. Jadi saya akan menjelaskan mengenai partnership proposal yang kita punya. Pertama, tentang Student Axios Jakarta itu sendiri. Jadi di sini Student Axios Jakarta, atau mungkin biasa disingkat SXC, ini adalah sebuah komunitas atau organization yang berfokus kepada aspiring future business leader di Indonesia. Di sini kita telah berkoneksi terhadap 150 anggota, 1000 pelajar, dan beberapa universitas dan partner. Value kita di sini adalah untuk membangun sebuah partnership yang berarti untuk melatih pada para business leader dan friendship. Audiens kita tentu saja karena ini dibuat oleh student untuk student lainnya, yaitu adalah murid SMA dan university student, juga fresh graduate di Jabodetabek. Oke, selanjutnya untuk beberapa program. Di sini saya akan menjelaskan beberapa journey dari Student Axios. Pertama-tama, di beberapa tahun yang lalu kita udah mengadakan 14 program dari nasional hingga internasional, seperti company visit, gas to campus, capacity building, dan lainnya. Terus di situ kita bisa melakukan impact kepada 3.000 future leaders dari berbagai universitas nasional dan internasional. Dan kita juga memiliki facilitator yang kompeten di bidangnya, dari student hingga C-level. Lalu lebih jauh lagi kita akan throwback dengan program-program yang ada. Kita telah mengundang beberapa company-company yang prestigious dan startup yang kompeten. Kita di situ bisa mendapatkan demand dari 3.000 pendaftar dan speaker juga mentor yang ada. Di sini ada beberapa contohnya. Lalu tentunya karena kita akan proposing about media partnership, di sini ada beberapa sponsor atau company partner dan media dan community partner yang ada di previous experience yang kita punya. Lalu ada beberapa speaker dan mentor juga dari banyak bidang, tidak hanya di finance, tapi juga di beberapa bidang tertentu. Lalu di sini saya akan menjelaskan beberapa upcoming program yang mungkin akan linear dengan value yang MKT punya, seperti Student Axios Jakarta Batch 12 Series. Di sini ada program yaitu School of Ideas. Di sini kita akan mengadakan workshop dari industri expert kepada high schooler, yaitu murid-murid SMA. Terus ada career class, yaitu sebuah webinar untuk mahasiswa dan fresh graduate, Accelerate yaitu sebuah bootcamp, lalu ada Meet the Series yang ini adalah sebuah event offline, yaitu talk show dengan mengundang beberapa CEO dan expert. Nah, lanjut ke new project ini yaitu Career Class. Di sini kita akan mengadakan webinar series yang tidak hanya berfokus di finance, tapi di beberapa karir objektif yang lebih mendalam gitu. Seperti consulting, FMCG, startup, banking, dan investment. Di sini ada grant teamnya dan tanggalnya akan diadakan pada Mei 11 sampai 12 2024 mendatang. Di sini kita memiliki target partisipan yaitu 500 dari target objektif yang kita miliki, audiens yang kita miliki. Offering kita di sini adalah kita akan memberikan brand dan image visibility yang menguntungkan melalui social media exposure. Terus juga akan ada exclusive marketing dan self opportunities dengan campaign-campaign yang ada dari kita. Terus kita juga akan memberikan akses dari talent-talent kita untuk MKT dan ada beberapa sponsorship package juga yang ada. Dan yang kita butuhkan di sini adalah partnership dan collaboration dengan MKT. Kita juga jika bisa akan jika bisa menyediakan beberapa speakers dan beberapa KOL. Terus untuk ada rewards in kind yang mungkin bisa dipertimbangkan juga dan tentunya fresh money. Di sini ada channels-nya dan beberapa pencapaian yang kita punya untuk media partnership tadi. Di sini ada beberapa data tentang insight kita di Student XIOS Jakarta. Kita udah nge-reach 19,7 ribu engagement, terus ada followers 17,8 ribu, dan growth-nya selama sebulan period ada 270%. Dan melalui LinkedIn juga ada organik, ada audience organik sesuai 486, ada peningkatan followers, dan community of active member juga. Selanjutnya ada ini kita, program kita yaitu XXC International Summit. Di sini kita ada beberapa data juga tentang achievement kita dengan total growth yang sama yaitu 200% di 1 bulan. Lalu ada organic reach juga yang cukup baik di 18.865 dan peningkatan followers. Audiens kita di sini berdasarkan survei yang telah dilakukan, tentunya top interest-nya yaitu di business development, operation, marketing, education. Overall ini lebih ke self-development. Age range-nya yaitu student di 18-24 tahun dan di Jakarta. Jabodetabek di sini terlihat. Oke, dan di sini ada beberapa testimonies yang bisa diberikan tentang beberapa partnership yang kita miliki sebelumnya. Seperti kemarin business case competition bersama BCA, di sini kita nge-hosting business case secara hybrid dan terdapat 125 tim yang beregistrasi. Di sini ada peningkatan 60% dari total achievement kita sebelumnya. Dan melalui testimoni dari para tim terdapat satisfaction rate yang baik. Juga dengan media partner kita, BCA, di sini ada testimoninya, testimoni kolaborasi kita. Lalu ada lagi company visit bersama PwC. Di sini kita melakukan company visit untuk beberapa mahasiswa. Di sini kita mendapatkan 100 partisipan dari 10 top university dan terdapat 70% enhancement dari situ. Untuk satisfaction rate-nya juga bisa dilihat tentang tentang bagaimana mereka mendapatkan experience yang baru dengan sharing-sharing dan lainnya. Untuk selanjutnya yang paling penting mungkin partnership offering-nya, yaitu media partnership kepada MKT. Di sini terdapat 2 periode, yaitu 6 bulan dan 12 bulan. Di sini saya akan menjelaskan dulu di yang 6 bulan. Pertama ke yang MKT dulu, yang kita butuhkan dari MKT, yaitu ada 3 package, Learn, Share, dan Impact. Di yang Learn ini, kebanyakan terdapat publication berbentuk story, feeds, lalu internal group, dan adlibs. Ada juga event delegation. Di semua paket tentunya akan terdapat logo placement. Di sini yang berbeda hanya frekuensi postingannya. Di yang
Yeah, it's okay. Maybe sebelum kita lanjut ke tahap negosiasi, I want to give you some feedback. In order to bisa selesai present semua slide-nya selama 10 menit, maybe you can tell to the external parties only the highlighted point. Misal, kayak tadi di beberapa program, kalau kamu kan tadi di beberapa overview program itu kayak benar-benar dibacain banget kan untuk tiap program, tiap tiap program yang eksekusi miliki. Nah, itu actually that's a good thing, but that's not really necessary to present it to the external party when you only have 10 minutes of presentation. So you can only just mention our program, and our focus is to only promote the career class program, right? Nah, you can put the details more on career class only gitu, instead of put the details on each programs that we have. Kayak gitu sih paling. But oh yeah, also your intonation plays a big role juga whenever you present it to the external parties gitu. Okay, maybe that's all for my feedback. And on to the negotiation session. Okay, so let's role playing again ya. Okay. Okay, thank you Kea from XXC Jakarta. I'm Gina from the MKT Jaya representative, and I would like to do a collaborate with Student Access Jakarta, but our organization's social media unfortunately is currently unavailable to promote any events, to promote any events. So we can provide social media publication in our official account. Is there any solutions so we could still be a partnership?
Since the problem is in the social media publication, right?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. Since we can use our social media account, our official social media account, the kontraprestasi di mana kita harus upload beberapa material publikasi dari Student Access Jakarta, sayangnya belum bisa dilakukan. Nah, what kind of things that you can offer to us so we can still be a partners?
I think we can be a partner when the social media can posted anything. I think we can offer other kind of partnership, I guess. We could maybe we can offer you some media partnership and you can send us some call information on their company, or maybe you can give us some in-kind reward or maybe some fresh money at the price of our publication.
Okay, okay. Thank you for the offers, but unfortunately, we don't have any influencers or you might call it KOLs. We're afraid that we don't have any KOLs that you needed, and we unfortunately couldn't send you the fresh monies that you needed. But we we have our members' personal social media account. Can we maybe can you give an offer that to promote your publication materials from the availabilities that we have?
I think it will going be fine as long as we have to discuss about how much member of your personal member of the company which will promote our publication of the program. Can we know?
Okay. Okay, okay. That's okay. They will be great. Okay, maybe I think that's all for our first discussion. Maybe we can continue our discussion on our personal chat. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's all for the role play. Now, for the study case session is already done. There are some of the questions left that I want to ask to you. Now, I want to ask a trivia question. This isn't a right or wrong answer. But you can answer this question. Whatever answers that comes into your mind. Yeah. Okay. So, how would you sell a hot chocolate in the hot desert?
Huh?
How would you sell a hot chocolate in the hot desert? Let's just say kamu lagi di gurun Sahara and you have a product dalam bentuk hot chocolate. Nah, how do you sell it to the people in the hot desert?
Maybe I will try to sell it like some coping jokes since we are in the Sahara. How about we challenge ourselves to drink the hot chocolate we provide? Can you handle to drink the hot chocolate in this hotness?
This is interesting. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Kaya, for the answer. Okay. Now these are some of the additional questions that I want to ask. First of all, are you willing to be transferred to a division that you didn't choose?
I guess I'm willing.
Okay,
I'm
okay. Okay, tapi ada nggak divisi yang kamu hindarin, Bang?
yang aku hindarin
Mhm.
for as long as I remember gak ada sih. Aku milih
Okay.
ini juga karena melihat capabilities aku. Jadi
Uh-huh. Okay, that's a real good thing to know. Okay, do you have any curfew to go home?
apa?
Curfew, maksimal jam untuk pulang ke rumah.
Oh no.
Okay. The last question, are you willing to pay a setup cost for 150.000 rupiah? Ini akan dibayar di awal periode bekerja atau kalau misal kamu keberatan, ini akan dalam bentuk cicilan selama 3 bulan.
I think I'm willing to pay since bisa juga sebagai cara aku commit.
Okay. Maybe that's it for your interview. Sekali lagi maaf banget kalau misalkan nanti ada kendala koneksi di aku. Okay. Thank you so much, Kea, for once again choosing external affair as your first option, and thank you for choosing Student Nexus Jakarta as your place to grow. Thank you juga udah luangin waktunya untuk interview hari ini. Maybe terakhir banget sebelum kita tutup, kamu ada pertanyaan nggak untuk EA atau XSC Jakarta in general?
Paling nanya ini aja sih, since I'm not really familiar with the external affairs
Mhm,
gitu, bidang itu.
mhm, mhm.
I just want to ask yang qualify, the person who qualified tuh yang gimana gitu.
Oke. Maybe kita bakal assessnya dari interview ya, and especially dari jawaban-jawaban yang tadi di study case, negosiasi, and also the presentation. Kita akan memilih, mungkin kualifikasinya adalah yang punya komunikasi yang baik dan juga sebenarnya kita nggak apa-apa sih kalau misalkan kandidat yang tidak punya experiences di external affair atau di public relation, kita bisa aja bakal tetap kita terima as long as they show a huge willingness and interest dalam menjadi bagian external associate kita. Kayak gitu sih, gitu aja. Ada lagi nggak pertanyaan?
Udah sih for the question.
Oke. Kalau gitu udah selesai untuk interview hari ini. Sekali lagi thank you kayak you may leave this Zoom meeting ya.
Okay, thank you.